Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Off the Record podcast. My name is Anderson.
My name is James.
And we are going to get straight into it. So, our first business that we are going to be talking about today is we're going to be talking about the Myles Garrett trade and all of the trades and signings that happened on June 1st. James, you can start us off.
All right, so I think how we're going to do this is both of us are going to take an opinion because I think obviously the biggest one is Myles Garrett, so I think both of us should state if this is a good trade for both teams. So I think this trade is really, really good for the Rams. I think they got a steal. The only issue I have about this trade is how you going to be paying Puka Nacua. You got Stafford, who's $60 million for this year. You have Garrett, who's $40 million this year. You have this year and next year. Then you have
you got Devontae
Adams.
You
got Trent McDuffie.
Yeah, Trent McDuffie.
It's just too many guys, and so how are you gonna keep Puka Nacua? So that's the only problem I have with the trade. Besides that, I think they got a really good deal trading away Jared Verse, a first-round pick from 2027, a second-round pick from 2028, and a third-round pick from 2029. I think it's a great deal for the Rams. Only concern again, it's just the money.
Yeah, I mostly agree with James. I think that this is a good trade for the Rams. I don't think money will be a problem. I think that teams are able to get past money concerns usually. But the main thing the main thing that I differ is I think that this was a good trade for both teams. I think that the Browns don't need a 30-year-old Jared Verse is 5 years younger, and these picks in the future, especially that 2027 first-round pick and that 2028 second-round pick, is going to give them some good value. If they needed it, could even be used for trade-up value.
Yeah.
The Browns are going to need good trade-up value, and are going to need value for a rebuild. So now, and then on the Rams side, the Rams genuinely might go 17-0. If the Aaron Donald comes back, which rumors are, they legitimately just might not allow a single point again in the entire year. Yeah. You'd have Trent McDuffie in the backfield, as a cornerback. You'd have Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett on the line. Jesus Christ, bro.
Kobe Turner at defensive tackle.
I know. Holy crap.
If Donald comes back, thank God Ravens don't have to play the Rams this year.
That's 3. Oh my God, imagine. Oh my God.
This team is incredible.
They might actually get 100 sacks.
They might, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised. But, also looking at Myles Garrett's stats,
he broke the single-season sack record last year. There's nothing really to talk about there. He is the best defense player, arguably the best player in the league.
It's crazy is that for 4 straight years, he came in top 5 for Defensive Player of the Year voting and won 2 of them. It's just he's a living freak out there. It's incredible. And looking at Kobe Turner's stats, he's played 2 years in the NFL. It's not that he's had a bad career.
He's had 12 sacks.
He won Defensive Rookie of the Year.
In 24.
24. And he got 7.5. So he's a guy who I think is really going to improve.
We will definitely see some improvement.
And he's going to get a lot more minutes now too, because there's not a lot of competition.
Well, on his defensive tackle side, and he had 27 quarterback hits. He had 23 assisted tackles. He had 35 solo tackles. He had 58 combo tackles. And he had 11 tackles for loss. He played better his rookie season, but at the end of the day, he still is going to be a very good player.
I don't know about that one. I think he played better this season.
Well, he's worse in every category except sacks.
Sacks, he got extra tackled loss.
And I guess he had one more forced fumble.
QB hits, he's better in. So
QB hits, but no, not really.
Yeah, by a lot, by 9. But it's
yeah, I know, but tackles for loss, he's
equal. So I don't know, man. I think this is a good trade for the Browns. They're young, they want to rebuild. Only thing I have a question about is why didn't they try potentially trade their first round pick from. I'm gonna go to the draft. All the way back to the draft. Why didn't they get the first overall pick? I know they have Shador, but why didn't they try getting that first overall pick, getting Mendoza with trading Myles Garrett? Do you know why? Because
I don't think the Raiders would have done that.
You really don't.
No, man, they needed a quarterback.
They do.
No one's gonna. The current belief system in the NFL is that you need a quarterback to win. And there's no chance that the Raiders, who have no quarterback whatsoever, they don't even have someone that they can even imagine could be starting. They have no one. Kirk Cousins is not gonna. Yeah, Kirk Cousins is not good. Yeah. You need a good quarterback that you can build around of. When you get the first overall pick, unless you already have a quarterback, that's what you do.
I mean, sorry to interrupt you, but like I'm just like thinking you would have Myles Garrett and Max Crosby on that defensive line. I mean, do you even need a quarterback at that rate? I mean, defense could turn to offense very quickly for the Raiders, excuse me.
Maybe, but the Raiders' defense isn't like incredible, right? Like they're you don't have an amazing secondary, so with Myles Garrett, yeah, they'd have a very good defensive line. No one would argue that. But they're not going to be, like, great. And then, like, what are they going to do on offense, man?
I mean, yeah.
I think you're overestimating, like, the power of Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett was on the Browns, who are a very similar team to the Raiders in their skill level. Yeah. And he broke Zach record, but did nothing.
I mean, he broke the Zach record, but you also got to imagine who was in that division. You got Joey B. You have Aaron Rodgers, who can escape the pocket. You got Lamar Jackson, who's best escape artist in the National Football League.
Joe Burrow's O-line sucks. That's not really...
Yeah, I mean, it's not... But
that's not a... That's two easy games.
Yeah, that's too easy. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we'll see how the season played out. I mean, it was just such a good trade, I think, for both of these teams.
Yeah. I mean, sorry for cutting you off, James, but I want to continue my point.
Yes.
The fit against the Patriots, he had a 5-sack game. They still lost by, like, 20. Right? Like, that's insane to me.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now we're going to go to the A.J. Brown trade. He got traded to the Patriots for a 2028 first-round pick and two 2027 fifth-round picks. Looking at the stats, I mean, he got third in Offensive Rookie of the Year in his rookie year, which was 2019.
I mean, he's been an All-Pro. He made the Pro Bowl multiple times.
I mean, his best year was arguably, without a doubt, was 2022 when he got his first season with the Eagles when he came in second, came in 11th in Offensive Player of the Year voting and 9th in MVP. So, I mean, we'll see. I really like this. The only thing I have is that it was a little bit of a down year for A.J. Brown. He barely sneaked in 1,000 yards, 1,003 to be exact last year.
Well, that was because he had a lot of problems with the Eagles. I mean, in his past two seasons, he was a second team. He was a second team All-Pro.
Yeah.
And then this season, he had a lot of issues with the Eagles, and he was arguing. A.J. Brown is going to the Patriots. Mike Vrabel will be there, where he was the coach he originally played for, who then he got traded to the Eagles from the Titans, and while he was in the Titans, Mike Vrabel was the coach. Mm-hmm. So the way I see it is, Mike Vrabel will definitely be able to help A.J. Brown. They have a great relationship, and from reports, it seems that A.J. Brown is a big Patriots fan. I mean, he literally had he had a Patriots rug in his house while he was still an Eagles fan. I mean, still on the Eagles. So the way I see it is that that A.J. Brown is going to be motivated to play for the Patriots, which he wasn't for the Eagles. He said it himself. This ain't heaven, but it's about as close as but it feels like it's as close as it can get. I'm paraphrasing, but it was about something like that. A.J. Brown genuinely will be motivated, and with Drake May, this is going to be a great season for the Patriots.
And Drake May, no doubt about it. He's a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts, so going to be definitely a better year for A.J. Brown. But do you think the Patriots gave up a little bit too much? I mean, 2028 won a first-round pick.
That's in 2 years. I don't care, and I don't care about our.
But you're not thinking about it. What if A.J. Brown isn't good? Like, what if A.J. Brown...
This is A.J. Brown has about 2 years left where he's going to be really good, and he has another year where he can be fine. If they can get 1,000 yards out of Stephon Diggs, they can get 1,400 yards out of A.J. Brown.
Well, Stephon Diggs ain't on the team anymore.
I know, that's what I'm saying. If they can get 1,000 yards out of Stephon Diggs last year, they can get 1,400 yards out of A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown is that wide receiver one for the Patriots. They have Romeo Doubs, who should be good. They still have Bourne. They still have Kendrick Bourne, right? They have Hunter Henry as their tight end.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be good this year.
Yeah.
I genuinely think the Patriots are going to be able to make the Super Bowl. I do. I don't think I didn't predict them there, but I think that they can.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go to the OBJ signing. Got it for 1 year.
And Juju.
And Juju got it for 1 year, 1.3 million. Juju's was also, I believe, 1 year, 1.3 million. So, what do we think? I mean, he didn't really play last year for the Dolphins. He played a grand total of 9 games and got 55 yards. I mean, he didn't. 2023 was one of his top. Well, wasn't even its top year when he played for the Ravens. And so, what do we think about the signing? Also, they have a really deep, really good depth at that receiving room now because they have Malik Neighbors, who they've drafted. They got Darnell Mooney, Calvin Austin, who they both signed in free agency. Darius Slayton, who they've had for a bit. Isaiah Hodgins, who they drafted. Jalen Hyatt, who they also drafted. So it's a very deep wide receiver room. So do you think they really need both of these wide receivers?
OBJ and Juju is not good. I don't like this pick. I mean, it's the OBJ specifically is just for show. They're gonna keep him on the roster just because he's OBJ. And it'll attract fans. I don't think Juju will make the team. He had like 300 yards last season, right? Mm-hmm. Like he made the Pro Bowl once his entire career and has no other accolades. Like he is one of the most overrated wide receivers there is. He's not good. He just objectively is not a good receiver. Like he had that 2018 season where he got like 1,426 yards, and he has not even come close to matching that. He doesn't even have a second 1,000-yard receiving season. Imagine that. Why are we treating someone who only had one 1,000-yard receiving season as a genuine person who should be worthy of news attention? So that's my opinion on it, and I genuinely just think, but at the end of the day, 1 year, 1.3 million is nothing. So it's not, that shouldn't be worrisome for the Giants when it comes to cap, and they can just cut these players if they don't do well.
Yeah.
All right, James, we are now going to go on to, does Caleb Williams deserve to be the Madden cover athlete? So there was a couple of leaks that showed Caleb Williams to be the Madden cover, and then a couple of hours ago, Adam Schefter confirmed that Caleb Williams will be on the cover of Madden, Madden 27. So there's a couple of things that we should make clear before we go into debate. He broke the single season touchdown record for the Bears. Single season passing record. For throwing 3,942 yards. He also had 27 touchdowns and led them to a division title. He then proved to be probably the most clutch quarterback in the league. I mean, he had an insane amount. I think about 7 fourth quarter comebacks. Not sure if that's fully correct though. It's like 7 or 8. And then he also would be the first Bear to ever be on the cover of Madden. So I genuinely think that he's a good pick for the Madden cover, but I have others. James, do you want to explain your others, though?
I mean, his famous comeback. I mean, on the Deluxe. I mean, here's how I like the cover. First off, before we get into anything, the cover for the Madden cover, it's all right. I mean, if you did editing and software in college, you could probably make that in a grand total of 10 minutes. All it is him just.
Well, it's not all Madden covers. It's just a picture of the player. It's not.
Like but like
it's not that's not really a real.
But I mean, all it is him. I mean, in 10 minutes. I mean,
it's him jumping. I don't have a problem.
It's him jumping and his famous play against the Packers, which he made last year to basically, clinch the comeback against in the wild card. Excuse me. So I mean, and then you have the Chicago skyline, and then I mean, it's like, it doesn't take all that effort. I mean, it's cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's cool. I just don't know how I feel about the cover. I think it's a little bit dry to me. I mean, you had Barkley, you had the stands in the background, you had the guy hurtling. There was a lot going on.
Barkley's one was really cool.
Same with CMC's. I mean, they had background.
But that's because it's easier for a running back to get. It's easier for a running back to have like a cool play than it is for a quarterback. Quarterbacks aren't gonna have like those cuts or those twists or the hurdles and such.
I know, but like, I don't know. Well, we'll see. But anyways, I mean, I think he had a really, really strong year. I mean, definitely, it could be all right. I think maybe a couple other guys, and I think it really could be up to 2 guys for me. I think it could have been Puka or even JSN, and I think mainly because Puka Nacua last year. The only downside that he is very controversial, right? He said a couple things on social media, but I mean he excuse me, he led the NFL last year with 129 receptions while finishing second in the league behind JSN in receiving yards with 1,715 yards. Absolutely incredible.
Crazy.
With scoring 11 touchdowns. He took home the 2025 PFF 2025 Offensive Player of the Year after breaking, but of course that was last year.
96.3 overall rate. That's insane.
And I mean, the final thing is you just become an elite wide receiver. You've been breaking all these records and stuff, and I just think you need a young guy. I mean, even though. Excuse me. I just think you need a receiver. Because it's been running back 2 years in a row, and then besides that, it's been quarterback. I think you got to get receiver.
My only thing with Puka is that I don't think that you should put a guy on there who's made comments that aren't going to be worth it. Puka is a controversial figure, and even though I like him, like he's cool,
talented, so talented.
I know, like you can't really give the second best receiver of the year the Madden cover. The reason that it's argued for, whatever his name is, Caleb Williams, is because he was extremely clutch and he was like a new young player. Quarterbacks, you don't really have to worry about that. Wide receiver, really, man, like you'd put Puka over JSN, who doesn't have the controversy.
Yeah,
and is younger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at JSN, I mean, you're going to make your argument in a second who he thinks should be on the Madden cover, but so I'm just going to finish mine out with JSN. The only downside with him is that he's really, really young. I mean, like last year, before he broke all these records, year before last, I guess, he wasn't special, you know? I mean, he was behind DK Metcalf, and then he was behind...
Actually, I'm pretty sure Puka Nacua and JSN were drafted in the same year. So.
They were. No, 100% they were.
He wasn't a breakout star.
But he wasn't a breakout star like Puka. And it's just you know, it's just like, I don't know. He didn't come out of the league. He wasn't like top guy, you know. He's behind DK Metcalf, as I already said, and he's behind Tyler Lockett.
Puka wasn't either. He was behind Cooper
Kupp, but when he came out of the league, he was flashing all these sort of numbers.
Well, he was 1496 in his first year. Then he was 990 in his second.
And he played a lot.
And then he had injured. And then he had 1715 this year. So that's really good.
Crazy ass rookie. 1,000. He broke the record that year, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was the single season record for a rookie receiving yards.
It's just crazy. But then, you know, he led for JSN. I mean, he was first in receiving yards, barely sneaking by Puka with.
Puka had 1,715, while JSN had 17.
Yeah. I mean, 10 touchdowns. I think that's potentially why, but you know, Puka got 11, like I already said, but he carried the Seahawks to the Super Bowl, in my opinion. I think Seahawks without JSN last year would have been nothing.
Puka had played one less game than JSN.
Yeah, I know. I think if he played that game, I think it would have been a different story. But you know, I mean, I think again, like I'm saying, I don't think the Seahawks would have made the Super Bowl if it was for JSN. And finally, I mean, I just think he should. I think again, like I said with Puka, I think you got to get a wide receiver on the cover. It would be the first one since 2018, which it was OBJ.
No, OBJ was 2015. 2018 was
Gronk. Yes. So I think you got it. I think you need a receiver, Madden. So let's see your thoughts about JSN.
Yeah, the 2018 part where there hasn't been a lot of receivers is a completely valid thing to say. I think that it is important to have diversity in positions. I think that a defensive play would be better, and I'll get into that in a second. But the NFL, but like we were talking about, he had 1,793 yards. That's incredible. And 10 touchdowns, which is less than Nacua, but you know, he still did great, and he's very young. And I think that it would be really tough to see him in his Super Bowl jersey on the cover. Now, there's two players I think are better than James is...
Last thing about JSN is that he did win Offensive Player of the Year last year.
Yeah, I think we mentioned that.
If we didn't, yeah.
But, there is definitely arguments for these two guys. But the Peterson, there's two people I think are better choices than James's choices and Madden's choice. My first pick is Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett broke the sack record last year with 23 sacks. There hasn't been a defensive player in years on the Madden cover. So on the Madden cover.
Has there ever been a Madden cover?
Yes. Who was the last guy? I forget who was the last guy, but I know there was. So Myles Garrett breaks the sack record on the Browns, mind you.
It might have been, I think about it, sorry to cut you off. I think it was either Ray Lewis or Ed Reed.
It was probably Ray Lewis in 2012.
Yeah. Sorry. You continue.
No, it wasn't 2012 because it was the Browns running back in 2012. But it's been a very long time since then. So I think that getting a defensive player on the cover is extremely important, to get diversity to that side of the ball. And, who better to do it than the guy who just broke the sack record?
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably the best player in the league.
Yeah.
He is really, really good. And at the end of the day, is so, become so popular with the Madden cover. Imagine like a Madden cover where he's like taking, where he's like on his like, he's like about to break away and he's like rushing a quarterback, and like then the intro could be him like sacking a bunch of different quarterbacks. That'd be so tough.
Yeah,
like,
no,
he could be sacking every quarterback. Like that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I agree.
So that would be a very interesting. My other pick, and I'm a little bit biased, but my other pick is if they have to do a quarterback, I would choose Drake May over Bo Nix. Sorry, Caleb Williams. Drake May which was my MVP last season. He had the best passer rating and completion percentages in the league. He was like 4th in touchdowns and I think he was 4th in both touchdowns and passing yards, but he also had a very ethical football. He very often sat compared to Stafford, who was pumping his stats even in game 17 when they were even in the last game, even in week 18. So I think that it's despicable that they can choose someone like Caleb Williams, who does have the flashy plays, but look at May's flashy plays, right? He went 5-0, 256 yards, 256 yards and 5 touchdowns against the Jets, which is against the Jets, but look how Matthew Stafford played against the Jets, right? And Caleb Williams, while is very clutch, Iceman, should we be rewarding his mediocrity in the beginning of games and then watch him as he, gets it together at the end, right? It makes it for flashy stuff, but Drake May is more poised, is more poised. He's the better quarterback, and guess what? He made the Super Bowl. Not Bo Nix. I keep saying Bo Nix. He's my mortal enemy, Bo Nix. Should we really be rewarding someone who didn't make the Super Bowl versus someone who did make the Super Bowl? That's my argument.
What Madden did for 2 years, or what, 3 years? I think it was 2. It was Mahomes. Who's 2019? Who was the 2019?
2019 was Mahomes because of Lamar. 2018.
No, 21 was Lamar.
21 was Lamar.
Because then 22 was Brady and Mahomes, and then 23 was who was 23? Oh, it's John Madden was 23.
Yeah, 23 was Madden.
24 was McCaffrey. 25
was Saquon.
Oh no. 26 was Saquon. Wait, who was 25?
CMC.
No.
CMC was 24?
Who was 24? That's what I mean.
And who was 25?
25 was CMC. 26 was Barkley. I just can't think about 24.
All right. Now we continue. We're gonna go on to
Yeah, who cares? Honestly, who cares? But
we're gonna go on to the NBA Finals. The Knicks versus the Spurs.
Knicks.
It's been 27 years. We get a finals rematch we get a 1999 finals rematch. Party like it's 1999. Okay.
That was weird, but yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. I am ecstatic. I'm very happy.
Who isn't? But
look, I'm young, but hey, I still want to see the Knicks win the championship.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't. But let's get straight into it.
I'll start off. James can start off. I'll start off. I'll give a summary. James can do his predictions, and I'll do my predictions.
You can do Knicks. I'll
Okay,
do
you
the.
can do the Spurs. That's
I'll
fine.
do the Spurs, and then we can do our predictions, debate about it, and then that'll be the episode. So
Okay. The Knicks. The Knicks' total playoff stats. Okay? Jalen Brunson, who is my GOAT, by the way, my absolute GOAT. Jalen Brunson has scored an average of, he's got a 9.7 field goal. He had 9.7 field goals in their final match. He was a
this is the final match, not that one. This is the total.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, he had 2.3 turnovers. He has a .83 free throw percentage. His 3-point percentage is .352. That's really good.
Yeah.
And then let's just look specifically at the Cavs game, because the Cavs are the ones who did. Because that's the best comparison. Bronson was doing 25.5 points per game. He had a .487 field goal percentage. While he didn't have the best 3-point percentage at a 1.82, if you compare that to his other, that's a really bad. To the other games in the series, that's really bad. I mean, they went 4-0 against the Cavs, which we talked about last week. He did so good. So I think that. And then all these other people, they have Mikal Bridges, they have Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart. So I think at the end of the day, this Knicks team is one of the highest offensive powered teams in the entire league. And I think that the Knicks really have a shot this year.
Oh, yeah. 100%. All right, and so now we're going to go into the Spurs and how they're doing in the playoffs. So they played a grand total of 18 games so far in the playoffs.
Crazy.
It's kind of high. If you look at the Knicks have played 14. So Spurs have played 4 more games. Some key names really for the Spurs. It's just Victor Wembanyama. I'm not gonna lie, he's just been absolutely carrying this
They got
team.
De'Aaron Fox. They got Dylan Harper.
Stephen
They got
Castle. It's your main guy. It's been Wemby. He's been leading the team in field goal average per game. Such as with 15.2. Same with field goal percentage, which is 5.510. And then he has the second highest. He's second highest in threes on the team, with 4. Excuse me, I'm wrong about that. He's third on the team in field goal average. He's been dominating point average per game. He's at 23.2. So he's really just been putting this team on the.
That was against OKC.
23.2 is against. This is total.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's 27.3 against OKC, which is incredible against OKC.
Yeah, OKC, and then you have.
What was his blocks? 2.7. I think this was 2.7 blocks. Sorry for cutting off, James. Just oh my god, I'm looking at these stats. It's so good.
He's been so good. He's been averaging blocks. He's been carrying this team, which is incredible because he's broken a record. 3.5 blocks. 3.5 blocks in a grand total of 18 games. That's how much he's averaging. That's got to be a record, and it is a record. So, good for him. I mean, you have Castle. I mean, but let's go and see how they did against OKC. All right. Points. Wemby 27.3 points on average, 7 games. How do you do that? I know game 1 was a crazy game, so it definitely helped him. But man, 27.3. 3-point percentage, led the team with .400. He had 43 points, he had 16 3-points made with 40 attempts. Stephen Castle, who also had a great series, had a field goal average of .465. And points averaging 18. So definitely some good guys. You got also Dylan Harper, who's young and good. He had a good series with 12 points on average.
Stephen Castle played well too.
And Castle played good too. And Fox out for two games, but still performed pretty good.
18. Castle specifically at 18 points per game, and then 7.6 assists per
So
game.
he's been doing pretty good.
Yeah. All right, James. Let's give your finals predictions.
All right, Knicks in 6, baby. Let's go. All right, so I got the Knicks winning it all. Knicks in game. I think Knicks will win game 1. I think they'll stay hot. They'll get the even number for winning streaks, but then unfortunately, I think it ends in game 2 against the Spurs. I think 12 games is where they're going to end it. But then Knicks are going to be like, you ended our winning streak? Nah. So they're going to win games 3 and 4 at the Garden. I think they'll, and then Spurs, I think, will come back in game 5 and win in game 5. And then I think the Knicks will take it home in the Garden, and New York City is going to go into fires.
Okay.
Harrison?
I have Knicks game 1. I have Spurs game 2. I have Spurs game 3. I have Spurs game 4. 3-1 lead for the Spurs.
Oh, God.
I have Knicks game 5.
Bro, this is LeBron. Is this LeBron?
I have
2.0?
Knicks game 6.
Oh,
And I have Knicks game 7.
oh my God. Jalen Brunson is pulling up like prime LeBron in
Genuinely,
the
though,
playoffs.
if Jalen Brunson does that, they might actually make a statue of him. I'm not going to lie. That New York City might actually go down the drain. That would be...
If he did that, that's crazy. Bro. That's just that. Oh my God.
We live next to... we live like 20 minutes away from New York
Yeah,
City.
I know, bro.
We're screwed.
We are cooked.
I know.
We are
Bro,
absolutely
swear to God,
cooked.
they're gonna...
All the smoke is gonna be coming towards us. Oh, good Lord.
They're gonna climb the Statue of Liberty and put the Knicks flag.
I know. New York City's gonna go into flames.
They're gonna put like Brunson's face.
Brunson
They're gonna put
face.
like a Brunson face mask over the
I know.
Statue of Liberty. That'd be
I
crazy.
mean, it'd be the first time in 50 years since they won it, or 53 years since they won it. So I mean, it would make sense that they do this.
Okay, guys, that was the end of our podcast. It was a great episode. This was episode 4. We hope you had a great time watching.
Yep.
So thank you, and we hope to see you in another video.
Peace.